Good morning, children. The chapter we are going to discuss today is water, and from this chapter we will discuss the importance of water. Okay, so all life on earth, they need water. Water is so important that even if when we look for a life on another planet, the first thing we look for is the liquid water. So all the living organisms, including human beings also, even our food stuff contain water. So about 70% of our body is made up of water. Alright. So all our body, they get water from the liquid we drink and from the food we eat. So all the living organisms, or what we can say is nobody can survive without water. Then on the other hand, like plants are also living organisms. So plants, they also need water to grow, right? So if the plants, if they do not get water, then all the plants will die, and the result would be the death of all the animals that depend on food for their life, right? So plants are really important actually. So the existence of life on earth would come to an end. So in the other word, what we can say is water is life. Where there is water, there is life. So let's discuss the importance of water. So if you see the importance of water, then water has two main importance. Number one is importance of water in the life processes, and number two is importance of water in our everyday life. So let's discuss the first one, importance of water in the life process. Now here, life processes means, let me give you the example of a human being, right? We are living organisms. So the body of human being, or our body, has different systems such as digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, isn't it? And water plays an important role for the proper function of all these systems. So if these systems, if they do not function properly, then most probably we don't be alive, right? So to keep us alive, these systems, they have to function properly, and they can function properly only with or in the presence of water. So let's discuss the importance of water in the life process. Number one, water is a universal solvent. Now what do you mean by solvent? Solvent is a substance that will dissolve many substances in it. Now water, it is a universal solvent. Now universal solvent means water has the ability to dissolve more substances than any other liquid. That's why water is called a universal solvent. So as a universal solvent, what is the role of water in the life process? Now you know the digestive system helps to digest the food and helps to absorb the food. But our body, they cannot absorb the solid food. The food has to be in soluble form. So the absorption of food, the food is absorbed by our body in the form of solutions with water as a solvent. Then the other system, like excretory system, with the help of which the undigested food or the waste, they needed to be removed from our body or excreted from our body. So all the waste, they are excreted in the form of solutions such as urine and perspirations, right? Then in case of the plants, like they are not plants, there is the most important liquid based solutions called blood, which is the most important part of the circulatory system. So these blood also carries oxygen for respiration and nutrients for energy in the form of solution with water as solvent. So this is the importance of water in the life process. Now the next importance of water in the life process is water regulates the temperature of our body. Regulation of temperature is really important for the chemical reactions that takes place inside our body, such as for the importance of cellular activities like cellular respiration. And also water evaporates from the surface of our body in the form of sweat, and this will take away the heat and keep our body cool. So that is how water maintain or regulates the temperature of our body. Then the third importance of water in the life process is, plants. Plants are also living organisms. So they cannot survive without water. They need water to grow. They also need water to prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. Right. So the carbohydrate and the product of photosynthesis are transported from the leaves to the different parts of the plant through water. Then the other thing, the plants, they also absorb water or minerals from the soil through their roots in solution form with water. Then the next importance of water in the life process is, the term aquatic. Aquatic is related with water only. So there are aquatic plants, the plants that grow in water, and aquatic animals, the animals that lives in water. So these aquatic plants and aquatic animals, they use the dissolved oxygen and nutrients, okay, for their survival. So these are the importance of water in the life process. Now the second one is the importance of water in our everyday life. Now you all know we use water, isn't it, in our everyday life right from the morning till the time we go to bed. So how do we use water? What are the amount of water that we use every day in our life? So the first one, we use water for drinking, right? Then cleaning, washing, cooking our food, bathing, etc. Isn't it? So common household consumes a lot of water. We also use water for watering the lawns, right? Watering the vegetable gardens, as well as for washing cars and filling the swimming pools also. Then imagine the amount of water that is used in the restaurants, in the hospitals, laundries, gas stations, health clubs, and as well as in the other business in town. Then the second uses of water in our everyday life is farming. We use water to irrigate field and in the manufacture of various products. Water is also used to spread insecticides, pesticides and fertilizers, and these fertilizers help to grow a lot of crops, isn't it? Then imagine the water that is used in the dairy farm, like the chicken, pigs, sheep, goat and all the other animals. They use water for drinking purposes for their survival. Then the next importance of water in our everyday life is electricity. Now electricity, water is used to generate electricity by hydroelectric power plants. So these hydroelectric power plants, they capture the kinetic energy of falling water to generate electricity, and they are the largest users of water. Alright, so out of all the electricity in the world, about 20% of electricity is generated by hydropower plants, and this hydropower plant is clean and it will prevent a lot of pollutions also. Alright, so it is clean and it will not leave any waste. Alright, now these are the importance of water in the life processes and the importance of water in our everyday life. But see, so water is so important, but this water is getting polluted. You all know that. So, there is a term water pollution. I just want to give you an introduction of this water pollution. So, you know what is water pollution? It is the contamination of water bodies. How? As usual, by the human activities. So, water pollution is any chemical, physical and biological change in the quality of water which has harmful effect in the living organisms who will use water, drink water, or they use water for their survival. So, what do you call the substances that will pollute the water? Those substances which will pollute the water are called water pollutants. Okay? So, the examples of water pollutants are any chemicals or the waste materials which will pollute the soil, water, air and our natural resources. And one of the major disease causing pollutants are virus, bacteria, worms, etc. And the second group of pollutants are water soluble pollutants such as acids, salts and toxic matters. So, this is about water pollution. So, children, in my next class, I will discuss the causes of water pollution. So, thank you children.